Hello and thank you for joining me for today's episode. We have a lot going on today. I'm going to be working on 3 different of the May prompts of the Cafe Analog, which you can find it in the description box below. So we're starting off with the Fairytale prompt, which was actually the prompt for May 5th. And I'm not doing them in order, I'm not doing all of them, but some of them I'm gonna do because they are fun. And for Fairytale, I have here a old vintage Fairytale book of Sleeping Beauty. So that's what I'm gonna use for this spread, and there's 2 pages that I wanted to use for this spread, and it was falling apart already anyway, which is why I didn't feel so bad about tearing it up. So this little image that you see, I'm going to be putting onto a journaling card, which was from a Happy Mail, and I'm trying to decide between one of these 2 pink ones, and it's a tough decision, but in the end I go for this checkered one because it had, I don't know, I like the pop of color of it. So I am inking once again, and I'm actually going to take this to my sewing machine and sew around it messily with a black thread. I love how that turned out. So I'm going to make a pocket out of this, but first I wanted to stamp the word Fairytale on it, and I'm using my trusty Recollections clickable alpha set stamps. I got these at Michael's. If you don't have a Michael's near you, I have linked them in the description box in my Amazon page, so you can find them there if you would like to purchase them. But from Amazon, they are not from Recollections, but they look actually exactly the same. So yeah, so I'm just stamping this right on top of the card, and luckily it just about fit, so it worked out nice and nicely. And now I'm just gluing both of these sides to form a little pocket. This pocket alone makes me so happy. I don't know why, it's just adorable. That image of her is so cute. So now, as for this one, I'm going to make a tag out of it. I'm just cutting it down a little bit. And I'm rounding the corners, and I'm obviously inking it up. And I didn't want to add any topper to that tag because I didn't want to cover any of that writing of the story. This is in German, by the way. So I decided to leave it as is, and on the back I'm actually just journaling quickly about how in fairy tales the fairy tale always ends with they live happily ever after, but in real life that's actually when the challenges start, I think, because once you're married, it takes work it takes effort to make it work out. So no wonder we don't know how to stay married happily long, because nobody ever told us how to do that. So moving on to the second prompt, which is butterflies, and this is, let me just check, prompt number 14. So I made out of a pocket out of the middle of the, I think, second signature, doesn't really matter, and I just punched in a hole, a half circle. And I wanted to include this very cute birthday card I got last year for my birthday, and which I had kept. And you see it had a little butterfly there on the right where the tab is over right now. And since I wanted that to stick out, I'm just tracing a tab shape and then gonna cut that out to make that stick out. And I just wanted to mention, a few days ago I saw an awesome video from a new YouTuber. Her name is Cheeky Journals. I will link this video below. She has a whole video about making tabs when you don't have a tab punch. It is awesome. I love that video. It's done very professionally. Please, please, please go check it out. Send her some love. She has such a great channel, but she's not known yet to a lot of people. So please go check her out and support her. Yeah, so now I have the card in there. Now I wanted to decorate the front of that pocket. And I'm using, again, a journaling card from a Happy Mail. And I wanted to include this dragonfly because I didn't just want to have butterflies, I wanted dragonflies as well. And I wanted to put down the meaning of dragonflies and how I actually came to have this name. So the dragonfly symbolizes change, transformation, adaptability, and self-realization. The change has its source in mental and emotional maturity and understanding the deeper meaning of life. I just love that. And I actually came up with the word 49 dragonflies before I knew this meaning, but I knew it felt right and I could never explain it. And when I looked up the meaning, I was baffled because that was exactly the point in my life I was in, and it was just the perfect name for my channel and for my brand, I guess. So then I'm just journaling a little bit about what that meant for me and the importance of taking that step and making this huge change in my life of quitting my job and trying this path in my life. So yeah, so then I realized after writing on the back that I couldn't stick it down anymore because then you wouldn't obviously see the writing. So my plan B was to then just use some washi and to make a flip in there. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think this washi is AliExpress. If it is, I will definitely link it below as well. Now, there's a very sudden hop here, and I'm sorry for that. So here I'm showing you some tiny envelopes, as you can see. And these are going to be used for my third prompt, which is how are you feeling today, which was prompt number 11. You'll see later, I'll point to it. And so what I'm showing you here is tiny envelopes, and some of these are made by hand, and I will show you how I do them. They're very easy. And some of these were made with a die cut. Now the reason I'm using these at all today, so that was a die cut one, is because one of my lovely viewers, her name is Sarah, asked me to show how to use these envelope die cuts because she had seen them in one of my hauls. So Sarah, I hope you're watching. This is for you. And I'm going to show you both how I do it with the die cuts and how to do it manually. So this is the manual version, and I pre-cut out a coffee stained paper 5 × 5 centimeters or roughly 2 inches. And you see I just connected the 4 corners, and now I'm just folding in the 2 opposite corners into the middle, like so. And then I will be folding up the bottom corner, bottom side, not all the way to the top, but pretty much. And I'm gonna cut off that little tip there. And now you just erase your pencil line. And then you fold down that top triangle part as well. And there's your tiny envelope. And of course you can do these all sizes. The smallest I have done it is 4 × 4 centimeters, so 1 centimeter smaller, which is really tiny. And you can go bigger. It's, it works with any size basically, but this is the easiest way that I have come across folding your own envelope. So you don't need the die cut. Of course the die cut is fun. Of course I will link it below. It's an AliExpress die cut. And these are so versatile. So here I'm showing you with my die cut machine. This is a Sizzix fold away big shot, and I love it. I have it linked in my Amazon page below. It's an investment, I know, but it's totally worth it because you can do so much with it, and you can get all these cheap die cuts from AliExpress. I recommend it, but I understand it's not the cheapest. So I've run these through the machine. Now I'm just taking them out of these metal die cuts, and very, very easy. You see the lines are perforated where you have to fold, and all you do is you fold all these parts into themselves, basically, or into the center, and there you go. You only have to glue it together, and that's it. I do not know what these slits are for. No idea. If anyone can make sense out of these, please let me know. I am really clueless. So 2 different sizes, 2 very cute envelopes, but as you saw, they're very easy to make yourself. So yeah, either way works. So now I'm just gluing up those sides. This was the envelope I had made manually before, and now we will be decorating that. So on the first one, you saw you saw at the beginning, I had as an embellishment, I had a little bird, and I will show you those in a second. But this little piece that I just had there, this hexagon, there's the bird, and so these are the bird stickers. All I did was I fussy cut around that because that white edge is a bit too much for me. But yeah, I just stuck it on, cut it out, and then stuck it on. And yeah, but for this one, I'm going to be using a stamp because I haven't used stamps in a while. So it was definitely time to use a stamp, and this was the perfect opportunity. And so most of these stamps are from the flea market. Some of them are from Happy Mails. And I chose this beautiful yellow flowered one. It's from Czechoslovakia, former Czechoslovakia, now Czech Republic. And I thought that was fitting since I just came back from Prague. So perfect. And these hexagons that you see there, I had just gotten from Raisa. So thank you again if you're watching. So then I'm adding the stamp. Isn't that lovely? And as a final touch, I am adding a strip of lace, self-adhesive, and finished. So that was really quick and easy. Of course, you can also put something inside the envelope instead of just gluing things onto it. That's another option. So now going into the journal, for me the question is, how do I use these things? Because there's so many cute things, but then how do you use them in your journal? So here I'm just showing you the prompt. And God, I'm talking a lot today. Sorry, I'm just rambling. I hope this is useful what I'm saying. So now I'm going through my little ephemera drawers to choose something that I could journal on. And what a surprise, I choose a pink one. This was from a Happy Mail as well. And I'm gluing that directly onto the page. And then I'm gluing my little envelope onto that. And then on the side, I'm going to write the name of the prompt, which was, how are you feeling today? Just putting a writing board underneath so I have a flatter surface to work on. And I will be writing my feelings onto that pink little thing. And so I'm writing thankful, happy, spoiled, and in alignment with my soul. I know that sounds corny, the last one, but it is how I feel. Yeah, I just feel content and happy, and that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm thankful for all your lovely comments and for everything that you guys give me, and your Happy Mails and your support, and happy because of it, and spoiled rotten by you all. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some new ideas. Hope to see you next time. Bye.